Welcome to Backwater Casting. I'm your host, Rick Greene. We're back up on the Miramichi River for some striped bass fishing, and over the past few years, it has definitely been the catch of the day, and today is not going to be an exception. Our guest today is Rob Spon, and ironically, when we filmed the show, he was head coach for the St. John Riptide, but we've learned he's since taken a position with the Cape Breton Islanders.
Nice.
Baby striper. Yes, showed himself right up top.
See, you caught that up top.
Well, I saw him come up. There's, look right there, throw right there, look at the surface. Yep. I guess that's paying attention to your surroundings. I just heard a little noise and looked and saw the boil. Got him, and there's a whole bunch more just under the surface over there, so we'll see if we can grab another one or two. There's a whole school of them right under the boat. They're under the boat right now. Oh, right there too. We got a bunch of them all around us. Try and keep your bait up top, Rob. They're on the surface. Just skip it along under the surface. Yeah. So it looks like we have a school of schoolies go by the boat. And up. So, Rob, have you ever fished for stripers before?
Not trying. I caught them accidentally.
Oh, so
walleye.
Yeah, so you know what they look like anyway.
Yep. One thing with striped bass, though, it doesn't matter the size. They just give you that fight.
Yeah. Anyway.
They always give you that fight. Man, and they're aggressive when they hit. That's what I love about them, too.
There we go.
Nice.
Come on up here, Rob. Come on up. Reel, reel, reel. Fast, fast, fast.
I got one myself.
Oh, okay, there we go. We got a double. First double of the day. Hey, I'm going to give him a hoist. Whoa, hoist, no. There.
Whoa.
There we go. Well, yeah, this guy is a wee bit bigger.
Nice.
Nice. Here, I'll go to the back of the boat and get our first double header. And away we go. Right back in the water.
That is great. I loved it. I'll tell you what, great fighting fish. They're strong. And it's crazy because they're just like above the, right on top of the water, basically. It's great fight. Love them. That's the biggest striper I've caught. Right here.
Look at them going by you.
They fight good. They fight so well. They're right over here. They're going by me. Got one.
Got one?
Yep.
Yep, right. He's got one at the back. If you get the feeling it's really big, you yell and we'll get
big.
Okay, we'll get the net. That's what we brought her for.
Look at this size. Look at this thing. Oh. Look at the size.
Oh, that's a good one, yeah. Just step this way as you fight them. I'll get him up here. Nice fish. Oh, no, he's not ready.
Oh, man, that's
Here
fun.
Here we go. Now there's
fun.
There's a picture-taking fish right there.
That's fun.
That's awesome.
That is great. What a feeling. I got him right close to the boat, too, when I was reeling him in. Oh, man. That's fun.
You can grab them if you want. That's awesome. That's a good fish. And we'll get her back in the water. There we go.
Yeah.
Gonna get another one. Awesome. All righty, set her back.
Well, I'll tell you what, I was reeling close, coming in close to the boat, and all of a sudden it just hit. Like I said, they're so strong, fighting me so deep, and I kept pole bending. I got all, and I knew I had a good fish when I saw the pole bending and hard to reel in, and they're just so much fun to catch here. They're so strong and such a fighting fish, but that's enjoyment. I really enjoyed that. That's fun. That's a lot of fun.
Well, Rob, you had mentioned before that you'd caught a striper or two before in the States. Why don't you tell me a little bit about that?
We were fishing the Shenango River in Clark, Pennsylvania, and outside of Pittsburgh. And yeah, we were fishing for walleye, and we just happened to hook onto in the channel there. It was about 5-6 feet of water, and we ended up getting a school of stripers coming through. And Again, not as big as they are here though, and but again, a lot of fun because they fight so well and just enjoyment. And again, anytime you can find stripers, this is amazing. I've never seen stripers on top of the water like this.
This feels like the smallest one so far. It is too. Look at that. They come in all shapes and sizes up here on the Miramichi. This guy's a future 20-pounder, so we'll take him for today and put her back. Hard to get in there, even with a barbless hook, hard to get it out there, and I can't get my hand in. Come on. There we go. Oh, that's why he had that all the way almost to his belly. Yeah, another little guy. It's amazing, we're out here in 17 feet of water on the channel, and these fish are coming up and feeding on the stuff on the surface.
One jumped right out in front of you, Rick.
Yeah. And it just seems if you can get the bait into them and work it quickly, they come up and hit it.
It's decent size.
Net? Need a net? No. Nice one though.
So Rick, what are the regulations for the striped bass season here?
There's special regulations in effect for the Miramichi for stripers. The inland Miramichi season starts April 15th, and it is a single barbless hook. So, I mean, we've taken a normal swim bait, taken the barb off, and as you've seen, we take some of these fish out that the barbs are off. It slides out nice and easy.
So what are you allowed to keep, Rick?
You're allowed one fish between 50 and 65 centimeters right now. During the summer period, they have a retention of 2 fish. And again, same regulations, it's 50 to 65 centimeter slot. It has to be in that, and it's to the end of the tail, not the fork. And you know, they're enforcing it fairly heavily because they've just brought this fishery back from almost extinction a few years back. There's a bunch of them moving in there. This is just another little schoolie coming in. That's one thing about this, you get a big surprise. Like, you see these fish, they're coming up in through here on the channel edge, and we're throwing at them, and you'll get one of these, and then the next time you get one like Rob had there a few minutes ago that was probably 65, 70 centimeters long. So it's always a surprise when you set the hook on these. You don't know what you're going to end up with. Yeah, he chased it right in. Yeah, I saw him coming, he chased it right in. Anyway, they're fun. You know, just, it is what it is. Sometimes they're big, sometimes they're going to be big.
Fighter.
Yeah, he's full of it, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
That's a nice size fish. Get my line out of the water, don't lose another rod. Yeah. Yeah, he might have been.
Yeah, it's a nice size one. Mm. You want to stick a tape on him?
He's just in the slot. We'll throw him back.
Throw him back?
Yeah, I'll get your picture though.
Okay.
Yeah, good fish, Rob.
Thanks.
Good one. Good. Welcome back to Backwater Casting. Well, while we continue to fish for striped bass, we're going to take a few minutes and we're going to learn a little bit about the Canadian National Basketball League. I barely had a hold of that fishing rod.
That's a nice one.
Yeah.
You need a net? You got it.
I will net him just because I don't want to break a rod.
You want me to get it?
I get him.
I've never caught these many stripers and this big. I think this is great. Nice size one there.
Yeah. Anyway.
Got another one.
Another one?
Yeah.
All right, this has got to stop. This has come to an end.
Whoa, there's another good one.
Is he a good one? I'll get a net if you need them. Yeah, nice one. I'll net it.
You want a net?
Yeah. I can't see him. Was he not ready?
Not ready. There you go.
I didn't even think I had him that time. Did not think I had him. Well, you're certainly putting a hurting on me.
That might be a keeper, Rick.
He might be. Measure just to see. Yeah, 60. Yeah, 60 centimeters. So
Nice.
we'll throw this one in the well.
I think it's great. A lot of fun, and every time they give, they're fun. It's so fun to catch. Strong.
Well, Rob, why don't you tell us a little bit about your history in basketball?
Well, I've been coaching now for about 31 years on the pro level, college, high school. The last 18 years has been on the pro level, and it's been the last 5 years has been in the NBL of Canada. And St. John Riptide is the team that I've coached last year, and I was in St. John 2 years. This will be my third year. They were known as the Mill Rats, and now we had great local owners that took over the team this year, and again, it's a great league, NBL of Canada, and I love St. John, love the people, great fan base, and it's great basketball. We got great players, great coaches, and great ownership. It's a growing league.
So, Rob, how many divisions are there in the league?
We have what we call the Atlantic Division, which has Halifax, Cape Breton, Moncton, PEI, and of course St. John. The Ontario Division has Windsor, London, Niagara, Orangeville, and Kitchener-Waterloo.
That's the first. Whoa.
We got
That's
a
the
seagull
first
right here.
fish I've caught on that bait. So anyway, it's a start. Oh, we got another one. So
Yep.
quietly sneaking one over the back of the boat. Boy, oh boy.
Yeah, got another one.
Got to be technique, because I got the same bait and I'm not catching
No.
anything.
I don't know about that. That's a nice release right there, nice and easy. Fun. That's a nice and easy release right there.
Was that fish close to the boat again?
Yes, it was, Rick.
And this doesn't feel like it. No. See, Rob's catching all the big fish. What am I going to do? New hobby.
It's good size. See, I think that's good size fish.
Oh, these are great fun fish. That's just a hoot. And I mean, you know they're going to be back here in a few years, bigger and badder.
Absolutely.
I got to let it come around. Give it a little more line before you flip it. Don't flip it in like that.
Give it a little bit more, let it out?
Yeah, let it off a bit. Yeah, that'll break the rod tip.
Yeah.
You need at least 3 or 4 feet of line. There you go. You want pliers?
No, I think I got one. There you go. I've never caught these many stripers and this big. I think this is great.
So Rob, you have two divisions, seems basically be East and Central, sounds like. Do you play all of them or just play within the Maritimes?
That's a good question, Rick. We actually play 40-game schedule and 20 games at home, 20 away, and the Ontario teams will play them home and away. So we'll play them. This year we played all 5 teams on one trip. Made one trip over there, and it was an eventful trip. We went 3-on-2 on the road trip, so it was a good road trip over there in that end. Anytime you can go there and win, come out with a over 500 record, we did good.
Well, with all the years you've been doing this, have you ever really got involved with any high-profile players or brought any guys along that made the really big leagues in the States?
I had a guy by the name of Jamario Moon who ended up starting with the Toronto Raptors. His first year, he hooked on with the team, and they didn't have any draft picks, and he went into their vet camp. I told their scout that I knew that I have got a great player that I think could make your team. I didn't think he would start, but I knew he could make the team, and he just went there. Coach Sam Mitchell told me, Coach, he was the best player in our camp, and that's when they had Chris Bosh on that team. So Jamario ended up going there starting. He ended up playing with the Miami Heat and LeBron James, played with the Cavaliers, and I'd be at games. He'd leave me tickets. I'd go see him after games, and it was just to me such a satisfaction to watch one of your former players actually make it to the big we call it the big dance, to make it to the NBA, and it was just exciting, and I was so happy for him.
Hey, baby striper. We're certainly cleaning up on the different year classes up here. It's amazing that they're coming up in all sizes.
Yep.
Well, Rob, what's a normal season look like for you? You know, what with your little bit of off time, your plays, your recruiting?
End of May, we're now June, beginning of June is my downtime, where I could maybe no stress, content, relax, and I could come and do some great fishing on the Miramichi River for striped bass, and it's awesome. I enjoy it. It's stress relief to get out here and do this and enjoy Rick. I'm glad Rick having me out here to do this, and I really appreciate it. And it's fun, and I wish you could do it more and more. But again, I start working next month, and I already have doing a little bit, already looking for players, new recruits for next year, and getting ready. And then we have our combine draft, which this year is going to be back in the end of August. Last year was November, but we're back in the end of August. And what that is guys will come to Orangeville Athletes Institute, and we'll come there. It'll be a 2-day camp, and they'll work out for all the teams. All the GMs will be there and owners, and then we do a draft, 2 rounds. Each team picks, so out of all the players. And again, this league, you have to have 4 Canadian players on your team. Each team has to have 4 Canadian players out of 12 guys.
Welcome back to Backwater Casting. We're having a great day fishing today on the Miramichi with our guest, Rob Spon, and we're going to spend some time talking to him a little bit about his passion for the sport of basketball. Yeah.
Little one.
Back in the nursery.
Settle down. There you go. I started playing basketball when I was in the 5th grade. And, well, that's when they started in our school. You know, I was in wrestling because that was 3rd grade. That was the only thing going. So I loved sports and did that. But then, oh, we got a fish. Not as big as the other one, but one way to get them back in. You know, wrestling was second, third grade was the only sport you could start at that age. And then once basketball started in 5th grade, I went right to basketball. I had older brothers that played all sports, basketball, football, My one brother played hockey even. And so, yeah, just love it. You know, I played football my freshman year, but basketball was always my love, and enjoyed it, and played all the way up through high school, and had some offers. Went to play college 2 years, and after that, got out, and actually was my first coaching job was my friend asked me to volunteer for the parochial league, our church, Our Lady of Fatima, and it was the 5th through 8th grade boys basketball team. So I did it for nothing for the church, and had a good season. And after that, I got hired and got my first paying job as coaching the freshman team at Sharon High School. So then from there, just moved up through coaching JV basketball, varsity basketball, high school, then college, and then on to the pro level, minor leagues, and coached in all different leagues. Been around Canada, Saskatoon, Winnipeg, so Quebec City, and so I got to see a lot of the country in the States, coaching in the IBA, CBA, you know, all across the United States, Montana, mainly the Midwest. So basketball, even though I'm not making $1 million, not getting rich on it, but I got to see a lot of the country, and I got to meet many, many friends all across Canada and the United States that I wouldn't have been able to do if I wasn't doing this.
Another small one, but man, it's been so long since we had a bite. Well, I guess. Oh, there's 2 of them. Look, look, look. 2 of them. One come up underneath him, tried to take it. Yeah.
I saw that.
There, he's still there. Throw your bait there, Rob. He's still there.
I'm way out.
He'll take it. Mind. He's still there. Just throw it right down beside mine. I think he's gone. Just get it in there. Yeah, let her go right at the bottom. Yeah, he was right there with him. I've never seen 2 stripers come up before. I had never seen stripers do that before. Yeah, he had a buddy with him. Rob had just made a full cast the other direction, so that was tough. That's funny though. That's the same channel marker that we caught all those fish on earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that second fish was aggressive, so there might be some fish in there. Well, I think what I'm doing here is I'm cleaning all the small fish out of Rob's way so he can catch those giants again.
Thanks, Rick.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get these out of the way. I could hit 3 or 4 times coming across there.
You're a very gracious hostess, let me tell you.
I try. I do my very best. Well, Rob, thank you so much for coming out and spending the day with us here in the Miramichi. It's a totally awesome fishery. We launched here. The city of Miramichi is right there. You know, didn't burn any fuel, caught some fish, had some laughs. It was a good day.
Oh, thank you for having me. Like I said, I never caught stripers that big before, ever. First time, so I had a great day and exciting, and this was awesome. This is my first time here, and it's beautiful, and I love it.
Yeah, it's a nice place. Yeah, now I'm going to have to go and go watch a Riptide game too.
Absolutely, you know that.
It was interesting talking about Canadian basketball in the water today. That's a good deal.
Well, again, thanks for having me. I really enjoyed it.
So it was a hoot.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, folks, that's it for another episode of Backwater Casting. Up here again on the fantastic Miramichi River right in Miramichi City. Great fishery, well worth a visit. See you next time. I'm Rick Greene.